Good morning and welcome to another rather dull and dreary day here in South Wales, and it's the last university day of the week for me today. I've got a flute lesson, I've got a lecture, I think I've only got one, and then I've got a massive great big gap. I might have coffee with somebody. We've got a loose kind of a provisional arrangement to do that, though we haven't specified when exactly. And then I've got the pop ensemble thing late in the evening, but not as late as it was at first because we've rejigged things a bit, so I won't be there for the full 3 hours. Yes, next week is my last week in uni before reading week, so I'll have a week to catch my breath, and that was going to be when I was getting my bathroom done, but now apparently the bathroom's getting done the 2 weeks after. Now I don't think it's going to take 2 weeks because I had a conversation with the lady in B&Q and she said they always allow 2 weeks, but that includes things like completely redoing all the tiles, wall units. Well, I'm not having any of that because, you know, budget and all that. So I'm having like toilet, bath and sink and shower put in and a new floor, but I'm keeping my old tiles and I'm keeping my old wall units. You know, oh yeah, it would have been lovely to rip it all out and start fresh, but let's be realistic. That wasn't gonna happen. It'll be fine. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna give it a real new lease of life. The problem is it's gonna make the rest of the house look drab by comparison, but you know, one can hope and daydream and fantasize about that for the future. Can't one? It's nice to have goals and things to aim for, aspirations. Keeps me buoyant psychologically, I suppose. Anyway, I'm just quickly making a cup of tea to put in my sippy cup because I've already had 2 coffees this morning, and I was just going to take the empty sippy cup and just make a coffee at some point, and then I thought, hang on, that's a bit of a wasted opportunity. If I'm going to carry it anyway, let's put something in it. So I am. Right, let's go. Yeah, table. I'm going to get some work done now on my laptop for a bit. It's amazing how much you can get done just on your mobile phone these days, just waiting for a train for a few minutes or just finishing your coffee up on the sofa in the morning. Like, I've been texting and doing little bits and bobs of admin for a couple of bookings we got in December in the diary, and you know, it takes barely any time at all, but it yields results. You know, it's very satisfying to get it all done. I'm going to get my laptop out now and get some editing done. It wants to rain. Rain is in the air, but it's not actually raining yet. You know what I mean? No, you can feel it, can't you, when it goes all moist. So basically, I'm trying to eat and walk. I've booked a practice room in the last couple of minutes on the train, and I've eaten one of the sandwiches very quickly, and I'm about to eat the other one very quickly, and then do a half-an-hour warm-up before my lesson. Sandwich was scoffed. Time to get the flute out for some scales, and this is this morning's practice room. No music stand, but that's fine because I'm doing all this by memory anyway. It's a bit later now. It's about an hour and a quarter later. I've had my lesson. It was an hour long. It was very interesting and useful, and it's given me lots to work on throughout the next week. I'm just making a coffee with me sachets. I actually put a bit of normal coffee in as well. Somebody gave me a tip with this, which was just put a little bit of cold in with the powder and stir it first, and it tastes better, they said. I didn't quite remember to do it in time. I put a little bit of kettle water in. I was like, oh no, and then I did, so maybe next time. But I know sometimes when it's not quite as hot and it's slightly off boiling, it can be a bit tastier. I've found that before. Anyway, right, I'm gonna have a munch on some food for 10 minutes and then go to my lecture. I've got 15 minutes to my lecture and I'm going to have a banana, and I'll be glad to get out my bag because it smells very strong in the bag and I want that smell out of my bag. And a Satsuma. Okay, I've just done another lecture. It was about an hour and 20 minutes. It was very interesting. We're on a performance. I'll tell you about that in a bit because I'm too hungry right now. Lunch is going to be leftover gluten-free pasta from last night's dinner, so I'm going to enjoy that now. An annoying thing has happened, so you've got to book the music practice rooms through an app. It's called Resource Booker. On the student intranet, you've got to go through millions of passwords and all sorts of things to get into it. It's quite a laborious, lengthy process, and you've got to go through it for every single booking you make. Now, it's quite a lot doing 2 hours in one go without a break. You lose your concentration. You need a break, really. So I would rather book an hour multiple times per day to get my practice in. Well, I tried to book one on the chain this morning. In fact, I did. And it crashed annoyingly, so I started over and did it again. But it turns out both the bookings were made and they were simultaneous. So I didn't use one, but I used the other one, and I didn't know that I'd booked 2 until just now because my app had crashed and I just presumed it hadn't gone through. So now it won't let me book one at all because you can only have a maximum of 2 bookings per day, and I wanted to do another couple of hours. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes until after the hour, so it's about 5 past, and I'm going to find an available room and just go in it and see if anyone comes and chucks me out that's booked it, because that's just ridiculous. So frustrating, because I've got, well, a 3-hour break, you see. I've used up some of it already by eating. I mean, what I was going to do is an hour, go have a cake in Greg's, come back and do another hour and then do the pop ensemble thingy. Oh, I'm going to write a practice schedule anyway on a bit of paper because my stylus it needs charging and I haven't brought the lead for it. I just completely forgot to charge it. I sort of did a plan. I planned to be flexible with my timings. Some of these things I need to listen to my phone for and learn by ear. As for something I'm doing tomorrow, which I'm not going to vlog actually tomorrow, I'm just going to be in the moment, concentrate on it. But I've been asked by 3 different people to play along with certain pieces with them. I'm not going to do too much work on it, but I just want to be familiar with it so I can just improvise along with it. But otherwise I'll do that tomorrow at home. I can do it quite quickly, I think. The cupboard. Nope. 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 You're looking for a practice room? Yeah, not free. No. Okay, all 3 floors do not have a spare practice room, and I'm not the only one. There's like a few people roaming around looking for a practice room. Nobody is finding one. So, well, I've got other things I can be doing. So I'm going to go over to another building where I can sit down at a desk and get on with some stuff at a desk instead. It's nice and quiet in here today compared to the last few times I've been in here. There is a lift. I'm just trying to make the most of the exercise. I don't do the gym, I just try and be active generally in life. I'm going to go right to the top floor. Oops, just went straight past the staircase. What am I like? Oh, one more, 4th floor. I'm going to go here. I don't think I need a power supply. Oh yes, I'm charging my stylus. The stylus will live again. Wonder how long that'll take to charge. I've been really missing my paper planner. You know, I've got a great big diary that I do my daily to-dos in, but it's just too big and chunky for the bag I'm carrying enough. So anyway, I'm making myself a little to-do list. I'm going to book all practice rooms for next week. I'm going to try and do it now in one sitting on my laptop because it's not a very good idea doing it last minute like I have been doing. But I just haven't had enough spare time on the weekend to just sit down and book them all. So hopefully that'll work. Let's see. Yes, I've booked all next week's practice rooms apart from the warm-up one before my flute lesson because I'm not exactly quite sure what time it is. I could just be disciplined and do half an hour at home before coming, but then I'll have cooled down a bit, you know, the muscles and all that. But anyway, I'll see. I'll have to play that one by ear. Okay, a little while later, I've managed to download the MA Music handbook, which we've got to read. It's about 30 pages, I think, and I've managed to airdrop it both to my iPad and my phone. So when I've got a little moment somewhere, we're waiting for a train, I can just read a page or 2 on my phone, or I can read it a bit bigger on my iPad, blow it up nice and big. I like the fact that you can just, blow it up. I can download it in an audio format if I want. Sometimes it's a bit harder to understand even than the text in a way because it's a very robotic voice reading it and they skip over things where a human voice might pause a little bit or add some emphasis and like it just carry on so quickly that you're like, what was that just happened? I have been there ages, gradually getting my thoughts together and reading through stuff and taking notes about things that I'm going to have to do and when. And now I'm going to go to Greg's and fit in a cake. Oh, look at that, the last custard slice in Greg's and a decaf Americano. Thank you very much to Elsie for the buy me a coffee donation. Thank you. Right, I'm off to my last thing of the day and then I'm going home. I think I'll be about an hour and a half in this next one. I am leaving for the evening and I'm not in tomorrow. Got a day at home. Well, I haven't exactly because I've got a gig, but I won't be in uni on the day. I've got a little bit of sandwich left, well, around, and I'm going to snack on that now. I've really levelled up my organisation game with the food, fair play to me. I can't actually remember if I filmed anything on this train. Oh yes, I did, didn't I? Anyway, I've just finished rough cutting vlog for next week. Started it this morning, finished it this evening, so yeah, I'll just finish that off in the morning. I am home! That's my daughter's laundry, that is. Anyway, I'm home, it's dark out, I'm tired, and that was the last day in uni for me for a few days. So I'm like, a day at home for me tomorrow, and then a gig in the evening. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Do give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Click on a playlist to watch more videos from me, or subscribe and click the notification bell and select all to get notifications of when I upload, which, by the way, if you're new, it is at 5:30 p.m. UK time, Monday to Thursday, and then on my other channel at 8 a.m. on Fridays I publish a shopping vlog as well on Shop with Imo. This is Planet Imo. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye!